The UK has said, no, bad Microsoft. No. So UK's Competition and Markets Authority, I got Taylor there. The Competition and Markets Authority have slapped Microsoft up there and said, no, we're not letting this one go through. They released their stuff today saying, and there's one over at gov.uk, explaining their rationale behind this. It mostly has to do with cloud gaming and cloud gaming services. That's what the UK is most concerned about right now in their stuff. The SEC has filed suit to block it, but they haven't finished. That has not been adjudicated yet, and the SEC stuff in the US works differently than the UK.
They do have a chance to appeal with the UK decision, which I believe they'll probably be doing, especially as they're pushing very hard for this merger.
I have some of Bobby Kotick. They released a statement.
Okay.
They did. Let's see if I can grab that up really quick. Oh boy, yeah, they're upset.
I mean, I can see the threat of monopolizing being something to be upset about.
Yep, he's mostly very angry.
Bobby angry.
Yeah, you'll have Activision. Basically, Bobby Kotick's statement is they're used to moving very, very fast, which I thought was interesting for somebody from Blizzard to say.
Yeah.
Because they don't release things fast. But that being aside, he's like, we're used to moving fast. We're used to doing things. We're getting frustrated because this is taking a really, really long time.
This has been going on for at least the last 6 months, if not longer. I know that they had announced the intentions of merging in like 2020, if I believe.
It was either 2020 or 2021. This has been going on for a minute. European Commission delayed their thingy from April 25th to May 22nd.
Okay.
So we won't hear about the EU for at least just about another month. Yeah, Japan ended up pulling out of their block.
Right.
They reversed their block. The UK one's a big one.
Well, yeah.
It's not looking this. Most of the people, most of the commentary I'm seeing out of the United Kingdom right now says normally these types of mergers, because they're verticals, not horizontal, that usually the UK CMA lets these go through because they're not buying a competitor. Right. It's not like Microsoft's trying to buy Sony. They're buying a supplier, essentially. Right. This one's got everybody really worried. Now, you and I had an interesting conversation about this before the stream today, because you take a different tact on this than is normal.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty anti-corporation as it is, especially when it comes to monopolization and especially in the creative world. I am also very much a Game Pass enjoyer. So it's interesting.
I've been using their cloud gaming function a lot lately.
How do you like it?
I like it. I think we'll talk about that in the next one. We talk about Xbox sales.
Yeah.
But we can get deeper in that.
Yeah, I'm always happy to talk about that, especially since my first experience was like cloud streaming Forza 6.
Nice.
And it was mwah.
But you're not opposed to this merger.
Not necessarily. And one of the reasons why is because I have historically seen that, at least with Game Pass, they give a really good platform for indie games that are coming out, and they make it so that folks who do want to check out these indie games, right? Mm-hmm. Which, one, like, is awesome. Two, they make it so that there's no roadblocks for checking out the indie games.
Yes.
Right? There are so many games that end up either behind the advertisement of other AAA games being released or anything like that, or it's, advertisements just not enough, whatever. But the concepts behind a lot of these indie games and the fact that they're getting up on Game Pass and getting the word out so quickly and so easily means that anybody can enjoy them, anybody can check out these new game concepts, and it's something that I very much hold dear. However, I also think it is interesting that the reasoning behind the UK blocking it is because it's for the cloud gaming industry. Like, because we've seen what cloud gaming has where...
Yeah, you brought up Stadia and some other services that have happened.
Stadia, and Pete and I were very excited for Stadia just because It was supposed to be really awesome, and we watched it go out with a whimper. You know, like they were literally sending out Stadia controllers for free. They were
play our system.
So
I honestly, again, I heard some mixed reviews, but generally positive about the function of Stadia, right? Its functionality. I think their biggest issue was their monetization theory. The thing that I like about the cloud system here is that it is subscription based, whereas Stadia was not.
that's true. They tried to turn it into subscription based after that, but they were giving the subscriptions away for free.
So here's the thing. I have to imagine that Microsoft and Blizzard really thought this was going to go faster because they're stuck right now. They really can't do any major initiatives until this deal is done or is canceled because they don't know if they're going to be able to do it.
Right.
So they're kind of stuck, like just kind of treading water, waiting for things to happen. And in the meantime, everybody's like just crushing this merger.
Right.
And here's the thing with the UK blocking it, with the SEC suing, I don't see them getting this thing done maybe before the end of the year.
Probably not. I mean, especially
they have to go to the appeals tribunal in the UK.
It's going to take a very long
time. By the way,
time.
I love that the UK calls it a tribunal. Thank you.
They just want to be fancy.
I want a tribunal. And they probably wear wigs. Have you seen
yes, actually, they still wear wigs. So
I love it. Do you guys think this will have any effect on new releases? Absolutely,
I
do.
For Activision and Blizzard, yes.
Yeah.
I have historically not been a fan of Blizzard, especially for the last few years, so I don't really give two shits about them, but it is interesting to see how Activision, and I cannot believe I'm saying this, it'll be interesting to see how Activision handles their new releases, especially with this merger trying to be passed being appealed.
Yeah, I think if anything, unless it's pretty far in the pipeline, they're probably stuck. Somebody says no mess with Starfield. I don't think this is going to mess with Starfield because that's under Bethesda. That merger's already done. Microsoft's got that in the pipeline. And we're actually going to talk about that again also in the next block. Somebody else asked, buy everyone a black lab and then it will be passed. I don't think it's going to be a black lab. I think what it will do, it wouldn't surprise me if Microsoft did something similar. They started doing it when they got hit with the antitrust stuff before. It changed the marketplace for web browsers permanently. Like, who knows? Maybe they're going to be like, all right, we're buying everybody an Xbox Series S. We're going to make the Series S free with Game Pass.
Which certainly folds into our next topic very interestingly. We need to stop joking about sending Pinkertons on people, you guys. It's not funny. That is a very heavy thing to do.
Read a story about that. You can go read The Valley of Fear by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, in which one of the main characters is a Pinkerton. Anyway, I need context on Pinkerton. We can talk about that in a couple of minutes. Microsoft pushed all Activision games to Game Pass. Yes, they are. And actually, one of the things that's been questioned, I saw this the other day, is they subpoenaed Nintendo, the SEC did, to be like, yeah, you gonna put the new Call of Duty on Switch? How you gonna do that? Because they signed that agreement. And basically what the regulators are saying is, it won't play on the Switch. Who cares that you signed an agreement to bring it to it? You're not gonna actually release it.
I was just gonna ask, like...
Wow.
Okay, chat, I don't know if any of you guys play Call of Duty on the Switch. I'm very curious to see what the reaction is here, but I have heard that it does not run very well considering it is an FPS and the system that they're trying to run it on does not necessarily work very well with both the frame rate required and the controller feedback speed required either. Like when I'm going to the Switch for games, I'm doing it for like platformers and, you know, like Hades is great.
I think you probably do it with the Pro Controller.
Yeah, but can you? I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about the Joy-Con drift with trying to do
a slightly better Wii. No, I mean the Switch is at heart.
It's a tablet.
The Switch is a handheld game system.
It's a tablet.
It's a handheld game system that's supposed to be a console, but it's a handheld system,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That happens to have a dock that it comes with that you can plug into your TV.
Like, no shade against the Switch. I love it.
Oh no, I think it's one of the best consoles out there.
Because of why? Like, why do you think it's one of the best consoles out of there? Is it because of the portability?
Portability, low barrier to entry, cost, quality of the games on the system. Like, it is, like, overall one of the best consoles out there.
And the games that are being released on this system are also usually tailored to the resolution requirements and the frame rate requirements that system can actually play.
Yep, they're all done there.
Oh, it says here on the internet that you haven't liked or subscribed or hit the notification bell, and that if you don't, the IRS is going to punch you in the dink.